DACA recipients have countless stories about how advanced parole has changed their lives. I'm Zach Tawatari at Chapman University in Orange, but for months they've been without that opportunity.
Darío Guerrero has been on the ropes his entire life. His mother brought him to the U.S. from Mexico when he was just 2.5 years old. Today, he's protected by the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals policy, or DACA, but the boxing ring is a fitting representation of that status. He's been protected within the ring in the U.S., but when his mom got sick several years ago and an experimental treatment was available in Mexico, Darío had to make a choice: go with and care for his ailing mother, or step outside of the ring, the United States.
We were desperate, giving up my DACA status, giving up my home. It really meant nothing because being closer to my mother was more of a feeling of home than any place on the ground.
Darío was fortunate as a Harvard student to be supported and allowed back across the border. A policy for DACA recipients known as advanced parole allows those dreamers, as they're referred to leave the U.S. and come back legally. But since the Trump administration moved to end DACA late in 2017, advanced parole applications haven't been accepted. Darío is an example of how, without it, dreamers seeking to go abroad for any reason might lose their opportunity at the American dream. Lydia Tharavalo Hernandez has an eye for pictures as a graduate filmmaker at Chapman. She's documented a group of dreamers from the California-Mexico Studies Center that went to D.C. last month, garnering 25 congressional signatures on a petition to reconsider advanced parole applications. Lydia is a DACA recipient herself. She came to the U.S. from El Salvador on a visa 10 years ago and overstayed. She was able to go back to her home country after applying for advanced parole when it was still being considered.
I live here in the U.S. with my mom, and I really don't have any other family members, so to have family around, that's something that I forgot.
These dreamers will keep fighting their way out of every corner to be able to finally step outside the ring.